In this video, I'm going to show you how to do a Romanian deadlift, which is going to be primarily a hamstring and a glute focused exercise. I'm going to run you through some coaching points, how to set it up if you're using a rack or if you're doing it off the floor. And yeah, just to make sure that you're not feeling this exercise in your lower back as many people do. So yeah, let's get right into it. In terms of setup with a barbell RDL, if you're setting this up from a rack, which you should, I'm not because my rack is weirdly positioned on my wall, is you want to make sure that the rack is set up so that you have the bar just below knee height, so then you can just easily lift the bar off from there and you're not having to deadlift the bar off the floor before doing your RDL. There's nothing worse than that. So set yourself up a rack, grab yourself a squat rack, make sure you've got the bar set up just below your knee, and that is going to be your starting point. Grab onto the bar, take 2 or 3 steps back, and from there that's what I'll start talking you through how to do the exercise. So you've got your bar, you've taken 2 or 3 steps out from the rack. From here, in terms of feet position, you want your feet shoulder width apart, and you want to make sure that your toes are slightly angled at the top. You want to angle them around 10 degrees. Try and imagine that you're trying to aim towards 10 o'clock on your left foot and 2 o'clock on your right foot, and that should nicely angle your toes. So in terms of hand grip, you're going to grip the bar just on the outside of your legs, and now an RDL should be slightly lighter than a conventional deadlift, so a double overhand grip should be fine. If you want to alternate your grip, you can do that. You also can use straps if you're going heavier, but I would just do a nice balance of them all so that you're not overcompensating on one and relying on your straps for every single exercise. From this position, we're going to be hinging at the hips, which what that means is that we're not going to be letting our knees travel over our toes in this movement. What we want to do is soften the knees and make sure that our bum is traveling to the back of the room, which is going to hinge us forward and allow us to do the RDL. We want to make sure that we're keeping a neutral spine, and to maintain spinal extension, what we want to do is lift our rib cage up and push our tummy out. That is going to keep our spine in a nice neutral position as we do the RDL and come down to the bottom of the position. And some people let the bar be around 1 inch away from your legs. So you've got that guidance. You can either slide the bar down your legs, or you can have a 1 inch gap away from your body. If the bar travels out any further from that, you'll notice that you're starting probably to get some pain in your lower back, and that's what we want to try and avoid. So we'll take it right from the top. What we're going to do is we're going to slightly raise our ribs up, push our tummy out. That's us now braced and ready to go. We're going to pack our lats, which what that means is we aren't going to pinch our shoulder blades back and push our chest out. We're going to slide our lats down and let them relax. That's how you stack them on top of each other. Once they're stacked, we're going to slightly bend at the knees, and we're going to put our weight to the back of the room, pretending that we're hinging at the hips, pushing our bum to the back of the room, letting the bar 1 inch out away from us. And where you'll find that you'll finish up is either below the knee or at the middle of the calf. From here, you're going to reverse the movement, standing back up and pushing the hips through at the top. At no time throughout an RDL should the weights on the bar touch the floor. That is a sign that you've gone too far down, and you'll probably put some stress on your lower back, and there's just no need. As you lower the bar down, you'll notice a tension in the back of your legs. Now that is your hamstrings doing their job. What you want to realize though is there's a certain stage with everybody where when you go too far, you will lose tension in those hamstrings. You want to gauge how far can you go down, keeping the tension in the hamstrings without losing it. So to do that, you'll have to do a couple reps, bring the bar down, and you'll notice that you've got really good tension and good connection in the muscle here. But if you go down here, then you lose that tension. You want to avoid that. So bring the bar down to where you're comfortable, feeling the tension in the muscle, reversing the movement, standing back up and pushing the hips through at the top. With every single exercise, it's quality over quantity, especially with an RDL. You want to protect your lower back as much as possible, and even when you're going down to the lower portions. And that is it. That is exactly how you should be doing your Romanian deadlifts.